This video is not meant for children and is brought to you by support from Patreon. Hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Stellaris Empires. And we are right back where we left off here on the start screen. However, before we go into today's empire, I'd like to thank everyone who watches these videos. And if you could please, like, comment, subscribe, the usual YouTube stuff, I'd greatly appreciate it, and it really does help out. But that's not why you're here. You're here to see today's latest empire. And that would be the Scions. Now, Scion is, in my opinion, the most forgiving of all the origins. I won't say it's easy, and I've had things where I purposely sculpted it to cut large portions of the game off, but Scion is the one where if you make a major mistake, you can recover. And that's all due to the origin. So, let's go into the Yakidobot Cooperative. Created to create life with kindness and respect, despite being the biggest robots. And yeah, they're organobots, but you can still tell that they're bots. So, let's go into it. With the appearance, I had not used nearly enough cybernetic, so I went with the cybernetic build. These guys here. Pretty cool looking. I like them a lot. Plus, they look pretty big. I mean, they're not, overflowing the screen, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so these are the Yakidobots, and like several other empires I've displayed in the past, this is named after a friend of mine, and I'm sure he's rather angry with me right now. He's not a fan of pink, he doesn't like hearts, he really likes aggression, and he really doesn't like organic squishy things, so, oh well. Alright, I'm going to give these guys individualistic machine 1. There we go. I missed that last time. Anyway, traits. One of the things I wanted to focus on is getting the workers to be very strong in that they can produce a lot, because we're going to have a lot of them. So, very strong, and to afford this I also gave them jinxed. Our leaders are going to have maximum negative traits +1, but there are traditions for that, there's technology for that, we can really work with that. It's not the worst downfall. But very strong, our output is up 5%, and our army damage is up 5%, so when we want to go march on someone, we can. I went with a continental world because it looks so nice, plus the idea is these are growers. And since these people are food-based, I named their own homeworld Oreos, and I named their star Croissant. Starting solar system is random, and that's fine. City appearance, I went with the cybernetic city because I really like the look of it, plus the idea is that to use the cybernetic stuff. So I did. Alright, Scions. A fallen empire has meddled in the development of this civilization for thousands of years, guiding them onto a path of their choosing. There is a Scion of a fallen empire overlord, which is, no matter how you want to set the settings for your game, they will show up. Home system is connected to the Overlord's capital via a wormhole. Once stabilized, they allow passage to a fixed location, which is neat for us. Fallen Empire present in the galaxy regardless of galaxy settings, and a chance of receiving powerful gifts from the Overlord. Oh, that chance is 100%. These guys want you to succeed, and they will pick you up even if you fall completely flat on your face. If someone attacks you, they will defend you. If you attack someone, they might even help. They are there to make your mistakes less problematic. And that can be very fun. Now, you've seen me, I'm like, what's the more challenging challenge mode? I'll make my own hard mode. But, sometimes it is nice to, if you make a bad mistake, you don't have to reset. Government and ethics. Now, here's where I started to get fun with it. I hadn't done planetscapers yet, so I figured, let's make them planetscapers. They're green thumb people, and that actually works well with shared burdens. Shared Burdens also has population demotion time minus 45% and stability plus 5. Everyone loves stability. Planetscapers has a whole list of stuff. Let's do this right. Planetscapers. After eons of carefully cultivating a perfect balance on their homeworld, this society is ready to tend even the most inhospitable environments among the stars. At the core, these people believe that nature can be shaped, controlled, and perfected. Not to tame, but to service the perfect beauty. Additional starting technologies to remove natural blockers from our homeworld. Natural blockers removal technology are guaranteed as additional research options upon colonization. Mastery of Nature Ascension is replaced with Cultivated Worldscaping Planetary Decision, which is even better in my opinion. And for each natural blocker on a colonized planet, we're going to suffer some problems, but we're getting the technology to remove them, so that goes quickly. Resources from basic jobs is 10%, pop growth speed up 10%, pop upkeep is down 15%, and clear blocker speed is up 25%. This is great. And Shared Burden. This society believes in equitable distribution of resources, making little to no distinction between the needs of the ruler and the ruled. All work together for the benefit of the whole. It allows the Shared Burden living standards, which grants all pops to have moderate consumer good upkeep regardless of strata, and disables the use of most other living standards, and it grants access to the communal housing outreach holding. So when we go to other planets that are in other empires, we can allow them to have communal housing. Our stability is up 5%, demotion time minus 45%, and if we have the head arbiter, our worker pop resource output is up 2%, which, thrown on top of everything else, 10% here, 5% here, 2% here, our worker pop output is insane. And that's awesome. And with Shared Burdens, we get the voice of the worker.
Workers of the galaxy, unite. You have nothing to lose but your restraining fields.
There you go. Empire Knight, we're the Yakido Bot Cooperative, or the Yakido. Flag, I went with a pink heart, big pink heart, with a nice streak of green in the back because of all the greenery we do. Yes, Yake, I know you're unhappy, and that's fine. And I went with the cybernetic ship tile set, and with that pink on there, this actually looks really snazzy. Plus, the cybernetic ones just look gorgeous. I mean, look at these corvettes. Look at that. Frigates, our destroyers are beautiful, cruisers, battleships, titans. Even our construction ship has a little smiley face on him. Look at that happy guy. He's ready to just consume the universe. And our science ship with the orb that must be contemplated. Or is it the orb that does the contemplating? I always forget. Alright, this is our first rule, demersal. And again, this is just taken from that friend. And as we go along, their evolution stage can go up to 3, more and more robotic, but we're going to start off at 1. And I like color variant 2 because it looks slightly more rusty and organic. And blue just, that doesn't really go for it. Now, a solid gold does work, but I like the slightly more red, rusty look here. I think it's great. And ruler traits, Spark of Genius, a little bit more research speed, never hurt anyone. But we're not going to focus on research a lot, but still it's nice to have that. But, other options are out there. Minerals, but we're already focusing on output. Edicts, not the biggest thing we need. Logistical Understanding, Army upkeep down 10%, and Dockship upkeep minus 5% is very nice. And Eye for Talent, leadership gains. We're not really doing leadership on this one, so I figured the research would be good enough. So, we're a communal parity, we're democratic, we're the Yakido bots. Let's save the changes I made, and let's get started with a game. Early in our history, before we had developed much technology, our alien benefactors made themselves known to us, in terms our bewildered ancestors could understand. They explained that our species showed them great promise. With much patience, they guided us to a path that would help our civilization reach its full potential. On those few occasions where we strayed from the path, They corrected our course, firmly, as a caregiver would, but within short order our scientists had mastered electricity, atomic power, and then crewed spaceflight. Under the tutelage of our overseers, we have now constructed our first hyperdrive. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Okay, now not everyone is going to have this look to them, but this is the Fallen Empire that is our benefactor. It's been 4 days since it started, so no time at all. Yakidobots, the first phase of the experiment has successfully concluded. We have guided you towards the development of your civilization's first hyperdrives, and you are now ready to take to the stars. Rest assured in the knowledge that we will continue to monitor your progress now that the second phase has begun. Thus far, you have proven remarkably adroit, not like all the others. It will be interesting to see what you make of this opportunity. Alright, time for our first tradition. And for this one, I'm actually going to suggest we go down expansion first. Because these people do so much greenery and deal with the blockers on their planets, there's no reason we can't just go with expansion first. Now, I am going to wait to go claim this first planet until after we get the expansion tree done, because that way we get maximum benefits. But, you know, that's that delayed gratification thing. But I really do recommend it for these guys. One thing you can definitely do is on your decisions tree over here, you have your cultivated worldscaping. Max districts plus 3, max resource districts plus 75%, cosmic sword protection plus 10%. However, it is habitability minus 20%. So while this is good, it's better later. Hold off on doing this until you have the technology to further increase habitability. But for this group, it's not really going to be all that long. Alright, so we've finished the expansion tree and we get our first ascension perk. Now, there's a lot of really good ones here, though for me, I'm going to want to focus on eventually getting all of that terraforming ones, all this detox and possibly other things. So, back to the top, please. Things that focus on technology is good. Who doesn't love more unity? But in this particular case, because we are expanding, empire size from planets minus 50% is really good. So it's up to you what you want to do, but I'm going to go with Imperial Prerogative first because we are going to be expanding and having several planets, and now that expansion tree is done, I'm going to start doing that. Okay, as promised, I was going to colonize, and when I did, we gained a bunch of engineering research and a whole bunch of research planetary options. Resurfacing, wildlife removal, defoliants, ecology management. A lot of options popped up because we colonized. All the more reason to do it. Alrighty, everyone. Now we're on to our second group. I'm going to go with domination because worker poppy resource out plus 5%. Yes, please. And Council even though slaves' political power is down, we don't have slaves, so we're good. Alright, well I think I've shown you enough of how to properly do this start, so here's where I'm going to say, be bold, have fun, don't be afraid to make mistakes, and just go out there, play the game. Your Scions have got your back, and they ask for very little in return, at least to start. So do keep in mind it is a fallen empire in the game. They tend to do things. So,
Special inquiry
here's where I'm going to say thank you all for joining me. I really hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. If you do, you know what to do, and that's to like, comment, watch 3 or 4 more of these videos, and of course subscribe. It's a little click for you, but a really big deal for me, and I greatly appreciate everyone who does. And also people I appreciate are those who look down below and click a link to my Patreon campaign and find that it's something they would like to do. And those people are right here. And I'd like to give a special shout out to all my patrons who help make these videos possible. Aaron Smith, Brian Pelfrey, Chris Armstrong, Dennis Detman, Harry Thompson, and Mark Milius. Thank you all so much for your contributions. I wouldn't have this channel without you. Thank you very much.